Good evening. How are you? Good evening. How are you? Just wanna have a conversation on what's happening lately. Okay. How are you? Let me know. Where are you? What what city are you calling me from? Or watching me from? Oh Lord, nobody's actually calling. But what city are you watching me from? Let me know. Hello, how are you? Let me know. I'm trying to post first of all on my TikTok. Sorry, on my IG. Um, that's what you should be doing right now. Please go ahead and share this live session on your WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. Hello, how are you? Family entertainment, how are you? How you feeling? Okay. So in Salisbury, Maryland. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm right here in the DMV. Actually, me too. I'm in the DMV. How are you? What's going on? Do you have questions? We're trying to talk about what's happening with those cases. Today I was just I had an interview today. Basically, what's going on is that USCIS scheduled this interview on this is a lawful permanent resident type of petition. So, but USCIS schedule it. Let me show you what I mean by that. Yeah, let me show you what I mean by that. We went to the interview today. I just wanna first of all erase like erase the information. So before I kind of share, you know what I mean? Anyway, so let me share my screen with you right now so I can show you what I mean. Share screen. Okay. So we went to the interview today, okay? You see, July 28th, 2025, around 12 p.m. in Baltimore. And this is a petition for alien relative, but this is a lawful permanent resident, okay? We filed on October 2023, 2024, and then they call us today, pretty much November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 9 months. Okay, within 9 months. But I have another one for lawful permanent, no, for US citizen. It's scheduled again next month, but that's within 3 months. But this is the thing. This is a law for permanent residents. Okay. If you look at the application, those petitions are taking basically like 3 years, the minimum, maximum 4 years, almost like VAWA petition. But this one got scheduled. I guess the reason is because the petitioner, no, the beneficiary is actually in removal. Maybe that's why. And the case was administratively closed. Remember, nowadays they are trying to put back on the active calendar cases that were administratively closed. If you go to my TikTok, I talked about the motion that was granted today for a case that was administratively closed. So I guess that's why. But if they're calling people sooner, that's fine with me. We want that. But I have cases pending for U.S. citizen children until today. But this one got like went, so I'm like confused myself. But anyway, that's what's happening. If you receive a notice to show up for the interview, you have to show up because they're doing it. They're going faster with those cases. That's just what's going on. Okay, that's number one in news. Let's talk about who has a question here. If I have TPS and travel document, can I travel to Mexico? Oh, Mexico, you have to find out if Mexico needs a visa. I don't think so. Back in the days, people will just travel to Mexico by car because they were living at the border. Then they crossed the border in Mexico by car. But the question becomes, if you go, are you going to come back? Do you have criminal records? Are you in removal proceedings? You have to take all that into consideration when you're traveling, because nowadays looks like protocol is not being followed. You know what I mean? So you have to make your own assessment based on that. Okay. So what else? Yeah. Anybody else? If you have a question, just please put it in the comment as we are moving along. Meanwhile, I'm looking for if we have news. I know that the judges put a stop on the birth certificate. I mean, the birthright citizenship for spouse for children born from undocumented parents. There's a stop on it. Oh, we have a news here. Looks like we have a news here. Let's see. Oh, that's a good news. Let me share this news. This is a good news for TPS for Haiti. Let me share again my screen. Okay. So basically, you know that TPS for Haiti was terminated, okay? And people went to court to sue, as usual, in federal court. And now the decision came today, July 28th, 2025. You can see here. A decision basically saying that TPS was supposed to be the official date for termination of TPS, and the work permit was supposed to be September 2nd, 2025 for TPS for Haiti, okay? But based on this lawsuit, they extended the TPS for Haiti until February 3rd, 2026, okay? Which give it a couple months. Why this is good? This is good because at least people have some time to prepare for other petitions, for filing for other petitions. Now you know that everything costs, the fees went up, even when it comes to this asylum claim and stuff like that. So at least it gives individuals who were under this TPS sometimes to prepare from September 2nd to February 3rd. That's sometimes, okay? Then we have, right now we are in August, right? Let's just say August, September, October, November, January, um, and then February, almost 5 months, okay? Yeah, almost 5 months to prepare. And then it says that USCIS will not provide updated with the amended expiration. You should correct previously completed form. This is basically in addition expiration date on initial date correction. You must verify this employee before they start work on April. Yeah. So the USCIS will not provide updated information on this, but just know that if you have a work permit for TPS under Haiti, it's valid until February 3rd, 2026. So basically, you can still be working. Okay. Yeah. So it's just after February, which is February 4th, that's when they go back and start checking those validity of those work permits. But at least give 5 months, like they buy 5 months on it. Hello, Music TV. How are you? How you feeling? We are answering questions and we're talking about what's going on, okay? What else we have here? Okay, so they're trying to put Argentina back on the visa waiver program. It's not back yet, but that's what they're trying to put. You know how people from other countries come here for 3 months without a visa. Argentina, I used to be on that program. It was canceled. Now they're trying to put it back. That's according to this news. Let's see. Okay. Sign a statement of intent to work towards Argentina re-entry to the visa waiver program. Yeah. Argentina was removed in 2002. Now they want to put it back to the waiver program, which means that if it comes back, then people from Argentina can come here without a visa for 3 months, just like Canadian gets here, European gets here without a visa for at least 3 months. It's called the waiver program. Once it becomes effective. What else? Okay, waivers. Let's talk about what's going on with the Department of Waiver Program. Oh, that's this for, yeah, that's not pretty much. What else we have here? Yeah, USCIS is dismissing a lot of asylum claim based on prior expedited removal order. So this really applies to people who have been here for less than 2 years or shortly 2 years, maybe 2 years and a half, like within those 3 years period of time. And then they applied for asylum. Their asylum cases are being dismissed based on expedited removal. Those are the things that we talked about before, but it came back again because it's happening a lot. They're trying to revise the form G28. Yeah, once they have a new one, we will know. So what else? Let's see. Today we have what? Yeah, those are the things that we have here. Let's see. on USCIS website if we have new stuff. So, okay, what else? Let's see. Okay. Am I from New York? No, not New York. Um, DC, Washington, DC. You're waiting for I-485 decision based on VAWA approved 30 months. You should call them. You should call them. You should try to follow up. Because if you don't follow up, you're not going to get anything with this USCIS. Yeah, just try to follow up. Can I file for adjustment of status if my priority date is current and my spouse is a lawful permanent resident and I currently have TPS? The question becomes, do you have prior unlawful presence before you actually got your TPS? Because TPS only covers you from the day you got TPS. So if you've been unlawfully present in the beginning, as a lawful permanent resident, you can't get adjustment of status. You're going to have to do consular processing. So the rule hasn't changed. Yeah, the rule hasn't changed. So basically, that's your answer right there. Yeah, you have to check whether or not you've been unlawfully present prior to receiving TPS. If the answer is yes, then you cannot. Just have to wait for the wife to become a U.S. citizen. Otherwise, you have to do consular processing, okay? So I want to share about this good news, another good news we received today. Let me pull it. This is another good news, okay? We received today, but I have to let me put it, hide the information first. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen and tell you what another great news we had received today. This is really great. Let's see, it's here. Okay, this is Baltimore Immigration Court. What's happening? You know, I told you before that DHS is putting back all cases that were previously closed, putting them back on the active docket. Okay, and what happened with this client? Basically, DHS filed a motion to recalendar, as you can see here. the Department of Homeland Security has now filed a motion to recalander with the Immigration Court. Upon reviewing, they denied the motion. They denied to the department, not us. They denied the department, okay? And we got, considering the totality of the circumstances, the responded case, the court denies motion to recalander the case. So basically, they denied the motion to recalander that DHS filed, but meaning that we won, okay? So the case will remain administratively closed. So basically, the wife, for humanitarian reasons, right? We cited some humanitarian reason factor, and the wife has a asylum case still pending with USCIS. So the form I-589 is still pending with USCIS. So basically, we won because the case remained closed, administratively closed until further notice. Nowadays, it's not the time to go back to those courts because the way things are working in those courts, you don't want to be there. You clearly don't want to be there. Stop sharing. That's a good news for the client. I talked about it on my TikTok. You can go there and watch it. I talked about it on my TikTok. Okay. Anybody else? Do we have any other questions? Yeah, if we don't have any more cases, we might as well stop. Deportation, okay. As deported teenager and children in immigration raids. And here are the story, okay. Yeah, if we don't have questions, comments, anything of that sort, I think we can stop here, right? We don't have questions, we don't have comments. This is it for today. Okay, please like, please share. We come back when we have more news to share or we have a case to explain. Other than that, we're done for the day. It's 7:27 here. So we're done for the day. We might come back when we get more news, okay? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.